Hello, citizens of the internet, and welcome to the Dad's Guide to Minecraft. Let's play. Today, we're going to earn back some of those levels we've been losing and come up with a decent way to enchant items and also get some supplies and other resources we need going forward. I'm kind of tired of just having basic armor, and the pillagers keep on coming back and handing me my lunch. In between episodes, after I tame my pillager, Mr. Dorian Gray, over in that tower over there, and I thought everything was going to be peaceful. I thought everything was going to be nice. And then this group of pillagers on a patrol came into my area where I was working on clearing for today's Let's Play, and for some reason my shield did not block anything. So it was weird. I think there was some kind of glitch going on because it was almost like I didn't have a shield on. I was just taking hits. But anyhow, I died yet again. So the war of escalation continues between me and the pillagers. I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. So I need better armor. I need better equipment. I need a better bow. I need a better everything. So we need levels and we need enchantments. So today's goals are simple. Build an AFK fish farm. That's right. You heard me, AFK fish farm. Now, I know some people think that might be a little cheaty, but I don't think so, because it is a basic game mechanic that you are building to exploit, essentially. It's not something that you're cheating to do. It's not a mod. It's not using some kind of inner code that's within the game to do it. You're basically using the game mechanics. It wouldn't be any different than making automated farms. So, AFK fish farm today. Right now. If that sounds like a plan, let's get started. Okie dokie. So today, in between episodes, other than dying again, I went ahead and finished this path over to the miniature pillager outpost over here, home of Mr. Dorian Gray. And I also extended the path around here, because this is going to be the foundation for our AFK fish farm. And it's going to have a little dock off of it. I also went ahead and raised this bridge up a little bit behind me here because I want to have boats go through and have this all connected like one big canal. Previously, on just work I've been doing, I actually connected this river over here to our series of rivers that go out to the two oceans. So this is a really cool waterway for us to use our boats to get around. And, you know, it's a nice location for a little AFK fish farm. We can sit here, fish, and see our little desert temple, our pillager outpost, and have a nice serene setting around us here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and build this structure really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. I can't even begin to tell you how long this took me to build. I spent probably 2 hours. Did you know that the recording software stops recording after 2 hours? I didn't either. So this building is okay. I tore it down and rebuilt it probably 3 or 4 different times. And I'm just like, you know, this is good enough. This tutorial is not about building a fishing hut. It is about an AFK fishing farm. So, okay. I went ahead and I moved the materials that we'll need to build the AFK fish farm inside. And I also moved down our anvil from the house. So, here we go. Up here. This is what we have. This is what we had to work with. I went ahead and left space here because this is where we're going to put our chests and hoppers to make it plenty of storage, so when we do our longer sessions, we don't back up everything. It goes into a series of chests. Also, the chimney from the outside is just a faux chimney. You need to have direct sky access to the water when you're fishing to get the best catch rates. So, with that in mind, let's come over here and grab what we'll need for this build. I got my 6 blocks of iron, my 1 piece of redstone dust. I got a whole bunch of logs, my water, the 2 fishing rods, the mending 3 and unbreaking, the mending and the unbreaking 3. 2 of the dark oak stairs. I went ahead and made some dark oak trap doors. We need 4 total. 1 fence, a spruce pressure plate, and the barrels I'll use for decorations down in the bottom in a little bit. But let's go ahead and go here first, and let's go ahead and convert a whole bunch of this wood. Let's do 64. Let's see how many chests this makes really quick. Should make 8, right? Yep, okay. We're gonna need, let's go ahead and make twice that. Oh, I went ahead and converted all of it. Drat. All right, I needed some logs. I might actually have to go ahead and grab a couple logs really quick for a second part of this, but we don't need that right now. So we're gonna go ahead and make some hoppers, and I think what I'll do is I'll just see how many this makes real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is probably good for right now. And finally, the note block. So the way the note block works is you put a redstone dust right in the middle of your crafting table, and you go ahead and surround it with any kind of wood, and you get a note block. Okay, so coming over here, the first thing we're going to do is I want to actually put down 2 chests first. Yeah, not like that. We want them, oh man, okay. We want them side by side, so just, there you go, click there. And let's go ahead and get our hoppers in here, and we'll go ahead and we can pull these out of here. We'll need that. We'll need the trap doors. We'll need the fence, and we will need the bucket of water. Okay. So when you're putting a hopper down against a chest, when you crouch and click, it will make the hopper drain into the chest. So we want to set it up like this. So I have it in the center of the house, and this is, if you look up, open to the sky. Okay. Now behind this hopper right here, we're going to put our note block, and then above the note block, we're going to put an upside down stair like that. Now we're also going to put a stair, if we stand on the hopper like this, facing this direction, like that. This is critical that it faces this direction. If you have it facing the other direction, this build will not work. So click down here, put our fence post, and then on either side, we're going to put our trap doors. Not like that. I keep on crouching because I'm used to working with hoppers now. So you crouch to lay hoppers quite often. So I'll put that down there, and you do have to crouch here to put this against the chest. And we'll flip that up. Now this design is from a brilliant YouTuber named Frilioth, and I will put a card on the screen and also a link in the description to his channel. Definitely check it out. His stuff is just amazing, and he did a whole deep dive study of AFK fishing and came up with, this is his Mark II design. His Mark III and IV use an armor stand, which is just, I mean, it blows me away. So you can basically have AFK fishing in a super, super early game. You don't even need redstone. So please check out Frilioth's channel. It is, it's well worth it. Okay, so now we're going to waterlog this fence post. So just click on the fence post and the water will fill up like that. And then the last step we're going to do is take that pressure plate and stick it on top like this. Now let's go ahead and combine our fishing poles. So if you need to combine enchanted items, you can take them into an anvil and put them in these 2 slots and see how it gives an enchanting cost down here. Quite often, if you just switch the order that they are, you get it for cheaper. So we're going to go ahead and take that since we only have 7 levels. And now we have an Unbreaking 3 mending fishing rod. This is going to be great for us when we're fishing. Having a mending rod is so critical just because it repairs itself with XP as you're getting it, so you don't have to worry about breaking it. And that's everything that we need. Okay, let's switch to our fishing pole. And I'll just show you how this works really quick. If you stand in the middle, walk up against the stair, line it up just like this, where the cursor is right by the back of it, and then cast it. See how you get that animation where it's like continually casting over and over again? That's what you want to see. And I'll show you some other things you can do too. This was one of those discoveries where, like, early on you could basically pull your mouse out as you're casting like this, and it kept the signal repeating. And you're like, wow, okay, that's how you can do it. Well, that all got patched, and you can't really do that anymore. So for a while, I was reassigning keys so that I could put a hammer on one of my keys on the keyboard and hold it down while I was AFK fishing. But Frilioth, once again, taught me there in his video how you can use function and F3 and T, and it reloads service packs. And while it's reloading, it will actually, you can take your finger off and go about, and it's just like you were fishing the entire time. It's fantastic. You also want to set it function F3 and P will pause and unpause turn off auto pausing, which is also very important. So we'll go ahead and do those two things in a second. But as you can see, occasionally I'm actually catching fish. You won't see that you're catching it because it's immediately going into this hopper system. So we can go ahead in this and check in this chest over here and see what we've caught so far. So we can open it up and look. In that short time, we've caught 2 raw cod, 2 pufferfish, and 2 raw salmon, which is not bad at all. So we're going to go ahead and take these out like this, and we're going to go and we'll look at our levels. Okay, our levels. Right now we have just a little bit over 3. And I'm going to go ahead and start this off, and I'll show you the function F3 and P and the function F3 and T. And then I'm going to go have some lunch because I'm starving right now. So here we go. Let's cast it. And if you get that kind of thing where it's hitting, but it's not casting it over and over again, just move your cursor up a little bit. Now let's do the F3 and P. Get my fingers here quick. Okay, see where it says pause on lost focus disabled? That's what we want. So that means that we can walk away and there's no problem at all. It won't auto pause. Now we do F3 and T. And while it's loading the resource packs, you take your hands off of the keyboard and your mouse. Voila, look. And he did this too. I can clap with my hands. They're both being occupied right now. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave this maybe for a half an hour. So I'll be back in a half an hour and we'll see exactly how much we caught with this AFK fish farm. All right, and there's a half an hour. So to stop the net from casting like that, or the fishing rod from casting, you just have to click on it again and it reloads. And let's take a look at see what we got. First off, we went from 3 to 14 levels. That is pretty good. And you can see it up here actually. Okay, we got 15 raw salmon, 44 cod, a name tag. This is one of the main reasons why I really wanted to do this. There's 2 actually. Well, there's more than 2, but to be honest, but there's the Nautilus shell, which I want to make a conduit and do some stuff underwater. Name tags, since we have a series where we're getting animals and naming things and pillagers and things like that, and we'll want to name a bunch of things. So the more name tags, the better. Pufferfish, great for water breathing potions. Fishing rods. So we got Luck of the Sea 2 and Unbreaking 3 with Curse of Vanishing. Curse of Vanishing is one of those curses that's when you die, it disappears, or there's a chance of it disappearing. I usually just de-enchant these and take the XP from them. And let's see, we got Unbreaking 3 and Luck of the Sea 3. That's a good one. We may want to throw that on because Luck of the Sea 3 is a great one to have. So we have a couple more mending fishing poles back at the house. We can combine this with one of those mending fishing poles. And then what do we have here? Protection 3, Feather Falling 4, and Piercing 3. So Feather Falling 4 for me is not bad because I have a tendency of dying from falling from things. So that's not bad. Protection 3 is not bad either. Probably won't use the piercing, but That was just from 30 minutes. So imagine doing this for overnight. You can get some great loot this way. So the next thing we're going to do is go downstairs and set up this main floor so that we can have overflow, because this will fill up. The more like items that we get that are non-stackable items, this will fill. So we want to have a chain of chests and hoppers leading down here, so we can make sure that we don't have we're not losing items while we're AFK for a longer session. So the way that you kind of stack these items down is you do kind of a zigzag formation. So we'll do 2 chests like this, and then 2 chests like this, and then we'll have another chest down here, and I'll add it to this one in a second. But let's see, do I have another one? No, I'll do that in a second. So then when you come here where there's a space on this side, you crouch and click on the side of this chest and see how the hopper feeds into it. So essentially this one is draining from the water into this chest. This one is draining this chest into this chest. So we're going to do that here as well, where this is draining into this chest, and then finally one on the bottom down here. The other thing I wanted to make today is a automatic kind of fish cooker. So for that, unfortunately, I converted all of those logs. So let's go out here and grab a couple logs. So we'll grab, birch. We need 4 logs. 4. And then we also need to go upstairs and quickly grab our furnace, because we won't need that furnace up here. I just set it down so it kind of looked nice over here. Go ahead and grab this. And this is how you make a smoker. So you put a furnace in the middle, and then you put a log on each of the cardinal directions like that, and then you have a smoker. This will cook food twice as fast as normal. So it's not like efficient per se, but it definitely is fast. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to have we'll have a chest right here, and this will be where we drop our fish into, and then we'll have the smoker right here, and then we're going to have another chest right here and right here. Now the way that we're going to do this is so that the fish will drop in from up here, and we're going to need a block real quick so I can get up and show you this. Okay, so once again, you crouch and click on the top. This will drop the food, in this case fish, down into the smoker. And then we're going to have another one coming from the side like this, and this will take the fuel. So this is where we'll put our coal or sticks or any kind of burning fuel. It'll come into here like this, and then over here we can put our hopper facing in this direction, and this will drain all of the cooked items into here. So what we'll do is as we get enough fish, we'll just throw it in up here, and this will automatically cook it, and then we'll have a bunch of cooked fish, so we have a nice renewable food source. So let's go ahead and see how that works right now. So we'll come over here, we'll grab our fish, and as you can see, all of those items kind of came down into this bottom chest, and we'll grab fuel, and we'll put our fuel, which for right now I'll just put some of these planks in here and see how it automatically drains. And if we come into here, we see it's going right into the fuel slot. Now let's come up to here, put in our fish, and it's coming right through here, and look, it's cooking. So it's cooking all the cod that drops in, and we're using planks as a fuel source. And then it's automatically draining in here, and we have cooked cod. And that brings us to the end of our episode. If you've enjoyed what you've seen and would like to see more, please click that subscribe button, press the notification bell so you don't miss an upcoming episode. And if you enjoyed the content, please consider leaving me a like. They really help my channel grow. And if you have any comments about this, let me know how this worked out. But until next time, bye for now.